Hello there, I hope you're well. In this session, we're going to be reviewing the dashboard. This is the section that is automatically launched as soon as you log into your Compass account. And this section provides an overview of the account activity. The first thing I'd recommend you do is choose your time period that you would like to review. It's set to 7 days by default. You can choose 30 days, 90 days. You can even select a customized time period. I'm just going to keep it to 7 days there. And the top section, wonderful. The top section will let you know how many addresses and transactions were searched in the given period. So in the past 7 days, there were 8 addresses searched and 7 transactions searched. And on the furthest right, you'll find the distribution of currency across those addresses and transactions, and you can split them up and depending on your need. You will notice that there are bars here, and these represent the risk level of the addresses searched. So if I just hover there, it lets me know that 6 out of the 8 addresses searched were of a critical risk level. And if you click into the bar itself, it will launch a filtered view within the addresses section of those individual addresses. This is the same for the transactions and the cases. You'll also notice that there is a green arrow with a percentage. Usually it's probably updating a little bit, but this will indicate the percentage change from the previous period with an equal number of days. So compared to the 7 days before that, there has been a 300% increase of addresses searched. And then underneath that, we have a line graph which further visualizes trends, changes in data. Maybe you notice that there's a particular spike or it's kind of gone downhill. What's going on? Why is that the case? This provides you with additional fodder to initiate further investigations. And then we move further down to the information about cases and case activity. How many cases that were created were unassigned? How many cases weren't looked at, weren't reviewed by an agent? You can again start to look at processes. Is there a bottleneck? Is there further support that is needed for your agents? There's also average closing time across all your agents. So again, you can be looking at performance there. And how many of the cases were created manually, so by yourself or another user, and how many were auto created. And if you navigate to the settings area, top right, settings, product preferences, and then you navigate to the auto create cases, whichever risk level you select, moving forward, cases will be automatically created. So you can just review that there. And then adjacent to that case overview, we then come to agent case performance. So this is information on an individual agent basis. How many cases were assigned? How many were closed? How many are open? How many have been escalated? What's the average closure time? You can export this data and use that to support your KPI or another metric that you have. And then finally, we come down to the alerts, so even further granularity. How many alerts were triggered? How many were of a critical, high, medium risk? How many risk policies are enabled? How many rules are enabled? And a risk policy is a collection of rules. An alert will be triggered if it meets the conditions of a rule. So that's that section there. And again, we have this metric comparing to the period before that. And then on the right-hand side, finally, we have the top rules, the name of the alert or the type, the risk policy type, whether it's referring to incoming and outgoing, the risk level, how many times it was triggered, how many of those alerts were escalated. Again, you can start thinking about, do I need to tweak something in our risk policies? Is something below or above our risk appetite? This can give you a great overview. And again, you can separate that depending on whether you're interested in addresses or transactions. So that's a dashboard, an overview of the account activity broken down by addresses, transactions searched, case activity, again, an overview or on an individual basis, and the top alerts. I hope that was useful. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. Take care now. Bye.